Good. Very nice. So I do a lot of this. He's just walking in circles. This is my favorite way to kind of get a read on every dog though. Especially for the initial, especially for the initial walk, but I'll also do it as a warm-up before every walk. Good. Because it gives you an idea, good, of how engaged they are and how easy it is for them to focus day to day. Do I smell good? Good. 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 It's also a nice way to kind of turn on working mode, so to speak. Get him used to paying attention before you go out and do your walk. This will also be how I introduce the e-collar. Your boy. Which is just to do all of this. And when he hits the end of the leash, use the stimulation from the e-collar to mean the same thing that the leash tension does. I know, does the leash smell nice too? Good. Good. And all of that, yawning, sighing, shaking off, or even just taking a deep breath and doing a little huff. All of that is how dogs process their stress and release tension. Release tension while they're walking and doing activities. So those are all really good signs. That's a healthy way for him to relax and release tension while he's out on walks. Come in. Good. Okay. Another thing you can do regarding personal space, good, give your treats farther away. So either have him sit down out here, good, or drop your treats. You don't have to do that all the time. Great. But if you notice him starting to encroach on your space more and not being as respectful, good. Giving the reward farther away from you will help him to understand that it's a better idea to be farther away. Good. Especially if it's during training like this, where you want him engaged and you still want him coming back to you. You might not want to use as much of the spatial pressure to force him out of your space. I know, very nice. So you can do it with treats, good, in the same way, or get the same results from treats without adding any conflict or any misunderstanding, or like adding extra things that he has to keep track of. But dogs are really good at cutting corners. You're basically just saying, you can get this treat faster if you stay over there. Another thing that we didn't talk about much is Tug. So I don't know if you guys have any Tug toys for him, but as a mix that involves a lot of breeds that are very mouth oriented, the Malinois and the herding dogs, he might do really well if you play a little bit of tug with him. Good job. It's also a really good way to teach him how to drop things on command if he's not great with that already. Good. But good boy. Done. Sweet. Really nice. If he is a little bit more mouthy, he might need an opportunity to bite something. He doesn't seem particularly intense with it, which is really nice, but something to consider. So if he starts getting a little mouthy with one of you, for example, you might be able to redirect him and go get him to bring you a toy instead. No, back up. Good. Get him to go bring you a toy instead, so he has a healthy outlet for that excitement or frustration, rather than taking it out on you and your sleeves. There, good boy. Good. So straight to the treat pouch. Nope. Back up. Don't do that. Back up. Okay. So I have the collar, which smells like liver treats because I had it in my treat pouch. No. Good. I do a lot of fairly loud sighing when I'm training dogs because, cut it out. It allows me to, it helps me kind of co-regulate and help them wind down when we both get worked up or a little stressed or anxious or tense. There. It's just basically a universal sign that someone is relaxing. And sometimes if I'm really obvious about relaxing, the dog will take the hint and take a deep breath too and wind down. No. Back up. Back up. No. Okay. No. No. Definitely none of that. Good. So if he does any of that regularly, don't let him put his paws on you at all. No. 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 Stop. No. Stop. There. There. No. No teeth on me. Good. So this is like a kind of a teenager temper tantrum. Stop it. Thank you. Stop it. Good. No. 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 Good. No. I'm going to put the leash back on him in a minute so I can back my hand out of this. No. No. No paws on me. There. Stop. So what I'm looking for is for him to actually, nope. Your nails are also really sharp, sir. Let's cut it out. Good. No. None of that. Good. What I'm looking for is for him to actually yield, relax, wind down. No. Good. And this whole conversation that we had, ugly, sloppy, much more difficult because I was one-handed. There you go. That whole conversation we just had was just normal kind of adolescent, shenanigans of, but I don't want to, why should I? And by being really patient and sticking with it, using my leash when I need to, giving him a very clear reason of, here's why you should. And it's because I'm going to be more patient than you are. Come here. I'm going to outlast you. And I'm not going to tolerate that kind of behavior. Good. Your life will be much better and easier if you learn how to yield and listen and respond appropriately, as opposed to fighting me because you don't want to do something. Okay. And all of that, no. is directly related to how he is when he's in your personal space too. So if he wants to climb all over you, no. Or nip at your sleeves or your heels, or start pawing at you, mount you like he was thinking about doing every time he wrapped his little leg around mine. If he does any of that, it's directly related to this conversation of you don't get to do what you want just because you want it. And this is a very, very natural part of just maturing, is that dogs that are a little bit more intense need to have this conversation. Good. And all of this upward pressure just means stop. Good. No. Good. Very good. And like we talked about this morning, he doesn't have much of a no. This is one of the ways that we teach him when. Okay. He wants the stuff that I put on the bar there. Good. Still taking the deep breaths. Still reminding him that he can relax at any point here. There. Very nice. And throughout all of this, I am staying as calm as possible, as gentle as possible, given that I have to tell him not to do these things. Keeping my voice nice and low and nice and gentle, and all of the touch that I'm doing every time I touch him is as gentle as possible. Good. Can I take your leash off, BB? Much better. Good. And I'm gonna leave him. He can play and do what he wants when I leave him, but no, that he needs not to do, if that makes sense. That's no. That's pushy. When he brings, yep, there it goes, feeds right back into that. So you can see that we're gonna have to have this conversation a second time. Which is why I did not put the leash away. And no. Good. Be really careful about him putting his paws up on the leash, because that is one way that they can actually slip out of gear. No. Good. Which, if he figures that out, he's definitely smart enough to use that when he doesn't want to do something. So don't let him slip out of anything. Every time he puts his paw on the leash or tries to bite it, nope, straight up. Good. I know. I don't have this adjusted to be technically correct. No, because I don't want to have to loosen that again. Good. I want to be able to just take the whole leash off when we're done. There. I am going to remove his toy, because as soon as I let him off, he's gonna go find the toy again, wind back up, and try to be naughty. Right, so what I'm waiting for is I want him to be calm before I leave, so that he doesn't have a puppy tantrum and try to destroy something or go on pacing, whining. No. Doing any of that stuff. I want him to be calm so he can take the nap that he needs. Good. And sometimes, especially with a lot of these working type dogs, if they have toys available to them all the time, they will keep themselves constantly stimulated and never learn how to wind down all the way. He seems like he's pretty good at this. This could just be his age, because I don't know him very well yet. But But that's something to keep in mind, especially if he starts to get a little bit more anxious or a little bit more stressed. Start picking up all the toys when he's done playing with them, or if he goes and gets another toy to chew on every time that he's supposed to actually be winding down and resting. At 8 months old, he should still be getting, an adult dog needs around 15, 16 hours of sleep a day. A little puppy needs around 20 hours of sleep per day. He's probably still in the like 17, 18 hours a day range, so he needs to be sleeping a lot. And he won't be getting the appropriate rest if he's constantly keeping himself stimulated, thinking, and active. Very gentle.